Hey, this is the C&D channel. I'm Chris, this is Brittany, and this is Dave. And these are the movie reviews for September 28th. Let's just get right to it right now. First of all, we're going to review, or I'm going to review, Coco Chanel and Igor Stravinsky. It's a French film, and it's a sequel to Coco Before Chanel that starred Audrey Tautou. This one does not star Audrey, and so it stars Anna Margalis. I can't really pronounce her name. And she does a really good job as Coco. A lot of people are going to compare it to the first one and compare her to Audrey. So, but it's pretty much kind of like the first one. It's kind of like a story in Coco's life that happened, where she has pretty much an affair with Igor Stravinsky, who is married, actually. The story happens where Igor is doing a performance. It is a musical slash like dance performance as well, and it is not well received at all. A riot actually ensues in the theater that they have this performance, saying it's just too outrageous. And, they mentioned that they are looking for more like Swan Lake and Sleeping Beauty. And, he's doing this, costumes that are, almost tribal looking, almost look like they're wearing no mask from, Japan or something like that. The crowd just riots. He comes, it kind of ruins him. And then Coco Chanel, she invites him and his family to stay at her place where the affair happens. During this time, she's trying to get a new perfume for her line. A lot of sexual intercourse occurs and whatnot. It's just a lot of drama. There's not much action. One thing about the first Coco Before Chanel, and same with this, is that there's really not an antagonist. There's no villain. There's not too much of a conflict besides this affair. It really is just a story, that happens. I love it though. I think the acting's great. The music was good. I'd like to do a second viewing because the play in the beginning I got the impression that it kind of emulates what's happening in real life in some artistic way. It's very artistic too. I really like this film actually. So I'm gonna have to give this a pause up. Buy it, but I am a fan of French cinema, so that's the thing. I'm very biased towards French cinema, so I recommend to buy it. If you like the Coco Before Chanel, you'll like this just as well. Okay, next one that's coming out is Superman Batman Apocalypse, based on the DC comic characters. There's a lot of DC comic characters too, but this is actually the introduction of Supergirl to the DC world. The main villain here is Darkseid. He manipulates Supergirl before she actually becomes Supergirl to join his side and become his champion. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and Bertha. I think it's Big Bertha. I'm not totally escapes my mind right now. Are the heroes, and they fight Granny Goodridge and whatnot, and of course Darkseid. The action's really good. There's a lot of similarities with the action between this and Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Z to be exact. Lots of flying. There's some superpower stuff. A lot of punching and kicking in midair. Just a lot of crashing onto the ground. The art's really good. They're trying to go with more realistic faces. It's really noticeable, and the backgrounds are really good. I actually thought it was anime at first, and then I realized it was DC comic movie. So I was impressed with it. I thought it was good. If you're a DC comic fan, I would buy it. For someone like me though, it's just a rental, so pawn neutral. It's for your casual audience. I would just rent it. It is a good rent. It's a good buy too. You may watch it again if you're a DC fan. You'll definitely like it. Okay. Next after that is Jonah Hill and Russell Brand in Canon to the Greek. This is a sequel to, in a way, to Forgetting Sarah Marshall. lots of perverse and just raunchy jokes. It has P Diddy in it. There's this one scene where he's like, "I'm gonna mine f you." I don't want to say the f word, and he's like, and Jonah Hill's all like, "Oh, you better wear a condom because mine's really dirty." Right? And there's stuff like that. I mean, there's so many good jokes in this. It was really a lot of fun. If you like Forgetting Sarah Marshall, you're gonna like this. There's some sentimental stuff at the end. You get to know the Aldous Snow character a little more and how he's drugged out but lonely. Jonah Hill is more of the straight man, so it worked really well with a straight man comedy guy type of setting, kind of like me and Dave. This goofball. It's pretty much the Russell Brand to me, my Jonah Hill.
Well, I think I speak better English.
Actually, he is. Russell Brand is English, so I don't think you actually have the advantage there, my friend. I mean, if you can speak better English than an Englishman, so I would love to hear how that's possible. But yeah, really fun. You get to hear some musical tracks from Russell Brand in this too, so it's a lot of fun. I'd definitely give this a paw. Oh man, this is a great movie. It is rewatchable. Jokes are I saw some of it twice, and the jokes are still funny. So yeah, man, definite recommendation. And one of the biggest movies to ever come out this past year, and that we are both gonna review is Iron Man 2. Um, you start, man. That's just what do you got to say about Robert Downey, Don Cheadle, Scarlett Johansson, Jon Favreau. What do you got, man?
Dude, you can get a lot of big star
Mickey
out of
Rourke.
this movie.
Yeah, Mickey Rourke,
I mean,
Sam Rockwell as Justin Hammer.
it's packed with stars. One thing really cool is I was saying before, when a movie they will try to not explain much in the beginning, but try to do something gonna impact in the end, that which Iron Man 2 is doing right in the beginning, which you can explain more detail. This is very dangerous because if you don't explain clearly, people will be like, why, what's going on, why there's revenge, why so much anger. But I think Iron Man 2 done very very good, and furthermore, action pack is awesome. The 3D, the robot, I mean, it's just fantastic. I mean, a lot of flying, a lot of weapon, a lot of action. I mean, it's a great action movie.
Yeah, one thing that you'll immediately do after watching this movie is compare it to Iron Man 1.
Yes.
And I think it is equal, if not better. I don't see anything that makes it less than Iron Man 1, to be perfectly honest. You do have the little side story of Tony Stark being kind of an alcoholic. There's this thing with his dad. Justin Hammer, man, Sam Rockwell is this like nerd that wants to be cool, millionaire, billionaire, and he's great, man. The villain, Mickey Rourke does a really good job as a villain, Whiplash. He plays a Russian guy, but it's really cool. He's really menacing in a way that's not like unapproachable, if you know what I mean. Like he's a menacing guy, but he's not like super unapproachable. He doesn't come off as like super unfriendly. Like he doesn't come off like super evil. He's just a menacing guy.
Good point. One thing I want to mention on that is a lot of the movie you will see the evil character is like untouchable. It's like, whoa, I'm so evil. No, I can work with no one. He in here, this character is, it's smart. It's it know his stuff, and it's approachable. But yeah, he has his way of thinking. You never know what's gonna happen, but he's going to revenge, but you don't know how. So this is pretty good.
Yeah, all the performance was good. You'll notice that Don Cheadle replaced Terrence Howard as War Machine and James Rhodes. You can't really tell the difference. I am a big fan of Don Cheadle as well. Well, I can't tell the difference. What about you, Dave?
I was upset in the beginning. I was like, man, you really can't change your character because on the Iron Man 1, you develop this character and then you develop this person, the actor, you get attached with it. But I gotta say, actually, in the end of the movie, I didn't feel any much different.
Yeah, Don Cheadle, I've always been a fan of. Hotel Rwanda, he's in the Ocean series as well. Same with Terrence Howard, if I'm not mistaken. Can't really tell too much difference. I mean, they're both really good actors, and they play the James Rhodes slash War Machine character very well.
Oh,
You know,
yes.
they definitely have that dry wit. Like when they're funny, it's still just it's a straight man type of thing. Till like Tony Stark's like comedy goofy guy, and he has a lot of comic moments too. Just in the
So,
beginning, my favorite scene actually is when he's in that Senate hearing, and he's just like, "I tried to play ball with these ass clowns. What do you want me to do?" And then and then the senator guy's all like, "F you, buddy. Yeah, man, F you." And it's a riot.
we
You know?
definitely did what, most of the people, maybe some of the people like to do, feel like we're doing something right, but the politics is blocking your way. I mean, he said that, people who want to say, but afraid to say this, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a great movie. I'm looking forward to Iron Man 3.
Oh, yes.
I know it's gonna happen. The franchise is just too successful. Don't stop the movie at the credits. After the credits, I mean it's really small, but you do get to see Thor's hammer. You know, sorry for a spoiler, but I'm sure most of you guys seen it already. But yeah, you get there's stuff after the credits. They're also getting into the whole Avengers thing really in depth now. The Avengers Initiative. I hear that movie's coming out in like 2012 or something like that. So that's gonna be great. And so it's nice to have these multiple story arcs in there as well. As far as an Iron Man 3 goes, I really hope they bring the Mandarin, who is Iron Man's greatest nemesis. Other villains they can have. I mean, there's other villains they can have, but I hope they bring the Mandarin. Any final thoughts?
Well, again, I think
Besides Scarlett Johansson's super hot.
let's not mention that. I mean, the other one. Well, I think when we look at sequel, sometimes we just say, well, it's not gonna be the first one. Again, I think second one actually.
Because, like, seriously, this was a really good movie. It looks better on Blu-ray, and the picture looks great,
Oh,
man.
yes.
This is definitely something you do want to see the special effects for. Definitely Blu-ray worthy. And yeah, just a great movie.
All right.
Alright, so that's about it for today. Just please visit the C&D channel whenever you can. Get a chance. And that's about it. Leave any comment below. Thank you very much. Have a good one.